Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Melissa Zoske, your energy alignment business mentor, and today we're talking about the 5 action steps to earn more dollars in your spiritual coaching biz. I know this has been something that a lot of people have been talking about, and especially spiritual entrepreneurs, healers, those kind of coaches that are working people with more of that energy and mindset. And how they get stuck in that 20K price range. And they never, no matter how many years, I talked to somebody the other day that has been doing her energy healing business very powerful and has not really earned more than 20K in a year. And there are so many reasons that could be from that. But today we're going to focus on some action steps that you can take to easily scale your business. So let me see who is on here. If you are watching, why don't you post in the comments where you're watching from? I love when I see those comments, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is showing everywhere like it's supposed to. It's always technology the last week with Mercury retrograde has been absolutely crazy. So I want to make sure that you guys are okay here. Let's see if it's showing. Yep, we are on. We are on. So I can see a few people are watching. Go ahead and post in the comments where you're watching from. And for those of you that are new, I'm Melissa Zoske, your energy alignment business mentor. And I help entrepreneurs step out of their success blocks, clear those out so that they can claim their win state, so they can step into that next level version of themselves and their business. And it doesn't have to be hard, guys. It can be super fun and easy if you just have the right foundation and steps that are needed to get you rolling. And that's what I'm here to help you do today, okay? And maybe we'll do a little energy healing at the end. On Mondays, usually I like to do a little energy healing, so we can head into that. Just wanted to give this a minute for people to hop on. All right. So the 5 action steps to earn more dollars in your spiritual coaching business. Now, what does that mean? It's just about keeping everything simple. We overcomplicate, especially spiritual entrepreneurs. We tend to overcomplicate things, making it harder on ourselves and everybody else around us. So I want you just to think today about what it is that could simplify everything. And remember, when we make things harder, when we make things more complicated, our energy really starts to get wound up. And with energy is everything, right? So if your energy is wound up, you just don't create that actual win that you want to create, that win state, okay? So let's keep your business simple. Don't overthink it. And most of all, be positive. Now, I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. It's easy to get sucked into the negatives. Hey, we all can do it. I've done it myself. And I do it, still have to correct myself often because it's easy to get stuck in that kind of a way of thinking, especially when the people around you or the world energy, it can be sucked into in the negative zone. We need to make sure that we are constantly having that awareness of our own feelings and ourselves, okay? It's pretty much all you have control over is how you're feeling, right? And thinking negative does what? As you've probably heard me say again, all thinking negative will do is, you guessed it, make it not work. Make your success in your business not work. Because law of attraction, that's law of attraction 101. You get what you put out. If you're putting out negative thoughts, beliefs, patterns, habits, programmings, all you get back is more negative. And so if you're trying to create success and you're sending out negative thoughts and beliefs, all you're going to get back is no success. In fact, your business will probably keep going down over time more and more, okay? So we want to make sure that you are sending it positive so that you can change your bottom line, right? That's what this is all about. We want to feel good. With feeling good, part of that is creating a good income. Part of that's having that sustainability part. Part of that's being able to know that you are secure, that you have retirement, that you have safety measurements. If things go bad, that you have a safety net, that you have a cushion. I mean, whatever that is to you, whatever that security means to you, that's what we're going for. So I always look at how will having these feelings, how will earning more money in your business make you feel? How does that make you feel? I always look at that first, and the emotional bread comes back to how do you want to feel creating that win state? How do you want to feel having that goal met? How will it help you? Who will it help? So asking those simple questions really start to make you think of like, well, I want to be able to help my kids more. I want to be able to put them in better schools. I want to be able to pay for college. I want to be able to pay for simple things like healthcare. I want to be able to give back to the community. I want to be able to. What does that mean to you? What does it mean to your life? Maybe it's just that you haven't taken good care of yourself, and it just means, getting some good self-care. Maybe you just want to have that income coming in so that you can take better care of yourself and your family. It doesn't really matter what. It just matters of how that makes you feel. Okay. There's no good or bad or wrong or right. All right. So again, who will it help? How will it help, and who? And then why do you want this change? I mean, really, again, that kind of goes back. It's just another way of asking the question, why do you want this change? Why do you want to create more money and success in your business? Why? And everybody's why is a little bit different. This could be changing the world, like I said. It could be changing in your family. Maybe this is a huge change in your family or in your own life, or all of the above. It doesn't have to, there's no right or wrong answers. There's nothing wrong with wanting the change in your life, no matter what the reason is, okay? If there is guilt or shame involved with wanting these things and wanting these kind of things in your life, like a lot of things I see with spiritual entrepreneurs is that they feel guilty for wanting to make more money. They feel like they should not focus on money at all, that it's a negative thing, that's a bad thing. Right there, look at that guilt or shame. I mean, for me, I'm constantly getting new education. I hire people to help me. That's giving money to them. That's helping it's like you're your own, your own economic system here, right? Your own ecosystem. So when you are hiring other people, you're helping their family and their lives, right? When you are buying a certification course, when you are hiring a business mentor, whatever it is that you need to do to help you with your business, maybe it's just a VA or somebody to help around your house. Whatever that is, it's helping you and it's helping them. So what guilt comes up when you think about money and increasing your income? So working on these underlying emotional energies is a huge part of reaching your goals. And you've probably heard me say that so many times over the years. It's all energy and everything is connected. When you work on one thing, you work on everything else in your life. So when you're working on shame and guilt around making more money in your spiritual practice, you're also working on that in other areas like your relationships, your health. Maybe you haven't taken good enough care of yourself. That shame could overlap to you didn't work out, or you didn't take good care, you ate the wrong things. It touches everything. So that's the beauty of energy work, is when you work on one thing, it's connected to everything else. So you get these side bennies all over the place, all right? So remembering that everything is energy, and how you feel either attracts or repels what your goal is. All right. So whatever goal you're putting out there, if you're having those negative emotions, beliefs, patterns, programmings, whatever that is to you, if it's negative, it's going to go out there and either it's going to repel if it's negative. If it's positive, it's going to attract. So negative things always need to be worked on. So I'd like you to think about what your goal is for this week. Just think about this week. What is your big goal in your spiritual business? What would you like to see happen? Get my notes here. What would you like to see happen in your business for a goal? And think of a good, juicy one, all right? It could be how much you want to make dollar-wise. Most of us that's why we're on here, is 5 action steps to earn more money in your spiritual business, right? It could be maybe you'll have a number of clients that you want to get by the end of this week. Or maybe it's the end of this month even. It doesn't really matter. But what is your goal? Maybe it's some programs or courses that you want to sell. Like, how many do you want to sell? And all this converts to dollars, because even if you are looking at how many clients you want to gain, each one of those clients, you're charging a certain amount. So really, in the end, it goes back to how much money do you want to earn? And then what that means is how many clients do you need to bring in to earn that? Or how many courses or programs do you need to sell in order to earn that dollar amount? All right. And then I want you to think of, what are 5 small action steps you can take each day to reach that goal? Now, this is really important, especially with spiritual entrepreneurs. A lot of times we feel like, I just want to sit back and wait for the inspired action to hit me. And that's totally true. We want to have inspired action. But we need to put out what it is that we're trying to get to first and put some ideas out there in front of us. And then you are taking the inspired action steps toward whatever it is on your list that you want to take, that you feel drawn to take in that moment, okay? So that's where intuition and inspired action steps come. Now, I could be the inspired action, the inspiration that you need right now to move forward. So it could be something you're reading on Facebook, on Instagram, watching in YouTube. It doesn't matter where that inspiration comes from. Just paying attention to it's huge, okay? And so I would like you to write down 5 small action steps you can take each day to reach this goal. And I'm not talking huge, write a whole blog post. I'm talking about small action steps, okay? Things that are easy. And so here's some examples. So reach out to 5 potential new clients. It doesn't have to be hard. All you have to do is look through your friend list or look through people that have commented on your posts or people that you just are interested, that you can see that they're interested in your type of work. Reach out to them. Send them a DM. Remember the power of the DM. I have a whole video on that. And it's really important that that connection happens. Just 5 people. How hard is it to send out 5 DMs to 5 people that you think you can help? It's all about you being able to help them. And it's just about getting to know them and their struggles. And sometimes just getting to know them and their struggles is enough to help you move forward because you're saying, oh, this is something that I missed. I didn't realize that people were struggling in this area. So that's a way that you can actually make a live with. You can make posts about. It's helping you learn about your ideal clients and what they're struggling with as well. And they could turn into potential clients or collaboration. Maybe they're a peer that you can collaborate with. You can be on their podcast. They can be on yours. It can go in whatever direction. It's beautiful. All right. So that's one way you can do it. The next small action step that you could take would be to post a call to action on social media. CTA, call to action. Sometimes people don't know what that means. So every time you post, there should be some kind of a call to action. And I mean, there could be a learning point too, but usually that'll go to maybe a blog post or a special checklist to help them. It could be reaching out to me in DMs. It could be, here's my, like I have today, I was going to put a link in the comments to my planner, my 2021 Up-Level Your Year business planner, because it has so many of these steps in it and these ideas that help give you the inspiration that you need to move forward in your business. And it also is attached to everything else. It's attached to your life. So that's something that I do for a call to action. So whenever you make a post to social media, have a call to action with it. What is that for you? What is it with your business? And like I said, it can just be that you want to help out, or if you need extra help, please DM me. That's a call to action. You're asking them to do something. Okay, super easy. The next thing is to search for peers you can collaborate with and spread your reach. So when you look for people that do similar work as you or complementary work as you, a lot of times it's better to do complementary, but similar is good. Like you might work with Reiki and somebody else might work with emotion code. And they overlap a little bit because they're both energy, but you both have similar tribes, right? So maybe you invite that person in for a live and you guys do a live together. You can use tools like StreamYard, or there's a lot of third-party tools that will allow you to add the person on. And I think that even Facebook has gotten a lot better with being able to add people on for interviews and stuff. So you can see where you can go on their group. And people have these Facebook groups all over the place. You can go to their group, you can do their YouTube channel, you can do a podcast, you can do whatever it is for you in a way that you want to collaborate. So just start to reach out to those potential people. Like this week, I put in an application to be in a summit. Somebody has said they wanted people in their summit. So I said, hey, I could be in their summit. We're complementary with each other. So I reached out and I said, yes, and I'll be in her summit. We'll be interviewing the end of this week. Super easy. It didn't take hardly any time at all. It'll take me probably a half an hour when we have the interview. No big deal. And that's all you need to do. So look at the people that are complementary. And all you need to do is like go to Instagram and you can use hashtags with hashtags that are similar to yours, like hashtag Reiki, hashtag emotion code, hashtag energy, all those things. Hashtag coach, hashtag life coach, whatever that is, that's related to what you do in a way. And then you're going to find your peers that are people that you have certain interests with, okay? You have common interests. So another thing that you can do, let me grab my water. I always do this. I put it over here. I forget it. Another thing that you can do is create a Facebook ad that will help bring people to your free group, okay? If you don't already have a free group, I would highly recommend that you start one, because it's a way where you can you really start dialing in your ideal people, your ideal client, your tribe, those people that you're meant to work with, and really start to get to know what their needs are, what they want, how you can help them, and asking questions in there really helps dial that in. Plus, it's a place for you to really be able to share your gifts. So please make sure that you are, if you don't have a free group, start one. I highly recommend it, okay? Now, creating a free ad, super easy. And that free ad can be anything from just an invite. Hey, I'm Melissa Zoske. I'm an energy alignment business mentor, and I want to help you align your energy to your business. You can boost that post so easy for very low dollars. You can do full-blown Facebook ads, but doing a small ad and just boosting it, super easy, small step you can do. And you can just do $1 or $2 in a day. Just do it for a few days. See how it works. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail here in a minute to kind of show you how you can see how it works, okay? So, and then here's another simple one, like what I'm doing here, is use the power of live video to reach a larger audience. Because you guys, live video has way more reach than stagnant posts, all right? We want to have more reach. So the more times, the more people that you are, the more live videos that you do, the more reach that you're going to have. And, that's what it's all about. It used to be back in the day that you could do these lives and you'd hit 3,000 people doing a live. And today it's not like that. It's a lot harder. So the more you go live, the better off it is. You can go live on Facebook, YouTube. I'm using StreamYard right now for your information. And what I do is I have this going live in several locations on YouTube. It can go live on LinkedIn. Doesn't go live on Instagram, but it can go on several pages if you do the paid version in your Facebook profiles, and it's fun. It makes it easy. So again, simplifying everything, right? You don't have to make it hard. Before I got StreamYard, I used to have my bullet points, and I would go live first on my Facebook business page. Then I would go to my Facebook group. Then I would go over to Instagram, and it would take me a couple hours to do something like this. So this has been so much better having something like this. Okay, so after you're done doing all these things for your, the simple outreach, right? Simple steps to the 5 small action steps. And it can be different. If you guys have some different ones, post them in the comments. I'd love to hear what you like to do. That's a simple way for you to really boost your business. All right, so post them in the comments below. But the last thing that you would need to do after all that is to track your results. All right. Making sure that you keep track of the results of what you're doing is key in knowing what to do more of. All right. So I like to keep tracker forms. And that's just basically a Google Sheets where it keeps track of what I've done, what posts have worked, what kind of feedback, how many people have watched them. And a lot of times it can be based on your title for your live. Maybe it's not interesting enough, or maybe it's the time of day. So you try the same thing different times a day. You might change the title up a little bit. But the biggest thing is which one is working the best. And whatever that is, you want to do more of that, right? Because if all of a sudden you have 100 people on your live when the time before you had a different title, same topic, different title, and you only had like 10 people, then that's going to be showing you right there that you need to do more of the things in the other title, in the way that you did the other title, okay? Or it could be maybe the topic itself, do different topics, and then do more of those. Different posts, same things. And even in your Facebook ads, when you're looking at like a Facebook ad, you're looking at the text, change the text out. Don't change the image and the text at the same time. So maybe in that, you're going to change just the text on one time and see people gravitate toward it more. The next time you'll just change the image and see what happens there. So it's just about trial and error. It's not hard. It just takes a little bit of time. It's easy. It's all mindset. It's not a big deal, right? So look at the results and what you're doing. And if what you're doing isn't bringing good results, let's try to make some changes. It's time to make some changes on that, because don't keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, right? It's a form of insanity. It's a definition of insanity. So remembering that is super important. And I love that. I always say super important. Everything is super important. So If you're reaching out to people and they aren't interesting, they're not interested or not answering you back, then take a look at changing how you outreach to people. If what you're saying isn't working, don't just say it's not working, nobody likes me. Change what you're saying. Change how you say it. Reach out in different ways. Different platforms require different feel. Like LinkedIn is more businessy. It's a little bit more straightforward. Instagram is more fluffy, likes things a little more fluffy. And Facebook is somewhere in the middle. So, and it's just testing out different ways and always making sure that you're spending time where you like to spend your time. So if you absolutely hate LinkedIn, don't spend time on LinkedIn. If you love Facebook, then spend it there. And if you're not liking wherever you like spending time, that energy will come out, okay? So make sure that you like where you're spending the time at, okay? And then try when you're changing out things like in DMs again, if your outreach to people's not working, give it a few days because sometimes it just takes a little bit of time for people to even see your message, right? But then give it a few days. If it's not working, switch it up. Reach out to them in a different way. And if that's still not working, then change it up again. And once you find that sweet spot, it's all trial and error. Once you find that sweet spot, people then you'll know and you'll be like, oh, they love this. It's not just about you and now they don't like me. It's like, hey, this is how you connect. This is a better way for you to connect to people. And making sure always that your energy is aligned before going into any of these things, guys. Should have brought that up in the beginning. Remember, your energy has to be aligned to your business to be successful. So that means meditating. Like this morning I got on and I had an Akashic record session. And so what that did for me was that helped me kind of pull out all the things that really aren't working for me right now and to change them up. And so it really felt good to do that. Sometimes I do just regular quantum key method. I do my meditations. Every day, whatever is called to me to work on, I work on it. And it helps me come in aligned, it helps me come in high vibe, helps me coming wanting to connect. It helps clearing out any doubt, fear, a distraction, all that. So energy is everything, okay? So again, with anything that you're doing here, guys, make sure your energy is aligned. If you're doing social media posts, same thing, looking at changing it up some if it's not working. It's not about, oh, people don't like me. I mean, if you're working on your energy and everything's going there, just you have to speak in their language. And it has to be something that they click with. And a lot of times what we say in our mind, especially if you're an empath or you're a spiritual entrepreneur, we have a way of thinking, well, it's all energy. And some people might not quite get your language. And so it's just coming down to their level a little bit. So you're speaking in their language and not expecting to lift them up to your language. I mean, you know how hard that is. So it's just like talking to somebody that doesn't understand something, you're teaching them. So just kind of like, coming down a little bit to teach on their level or teach what they understand. And I'm not meaning levels like, oh, you're better than, or they're not as good, just whatever their understanding is to educate them a little bit more. Okay. I mean, there's so many times when people are talking way above my head. And I'm like, whoa, slow down. This is way over my head. Talk to me in layman terms. Talk to me in my language so I understand it. Does that make sense? Like when you go to a doctor and they all of a sudden start talking all the technical details and you're like, I don't understand a word this guy is saying. It's similar to that, okay? So always make sure you track your results of your actions or you could be spinning your wheels. And that's what I don't want. So let's go ahead and draw a card. I want to draw a card for you guys today. So if you're watching the replay of this, just know that setting your attention to what you want this week to look like. And we're going to draw a card on that right now, okay? So just focus, and this card is for you. All right, so. Oops, I drew two. Here we go. All right. Oh, I love these cards. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. That's so beautiful. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. I mean, in my Akashic reading I just had this morning, it was all about forgiveness and forgiving yourself and forgiving others around you using Ho'oponopono. So I'm going to use that doing a little energy healing with you today because I like to do that on Mondays. I'm trying to do that every Monday at 10 o'clock. So you guys, I want you to focus on something you need to forgive for this week in your business, okay? All right. So it could be something that maybe you didn't do the things that you said you were going to do. So I want you to think about forgiving yourself over that. Maybe it could be forgiving yourself for how you felt. Like when we get into a negative frame of mind, we go into that feeling like we're not good enough, that we can't do anything right. I want you to forgive yourself for that, all right? And by the way, these cards are from The Universe Has Your Back. Make sure I had that. I love that. So let's go ahead, all right? So just go ahead and take a nice deep breath in and close your eyes. Relaxing and breathing, allowing yourself to settle into your body. And I want you to focus on something that you want to forgive in yourself, in your business. Something you've done, maybe something you felt like somebody did to you, and you had negative feelings around that. I want you to just to focus in on that. Maybe you didn't feel like you stepped out enough, reached out to as many people as you could have. Maybe you got stuck watching Netflix all week long. Whatever that is, let's step into that forgiveness mode. We ask that all known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, destructive cellular memories, and all resulting physical issues related to this forgiveness in your business and life. We ask that anything around this from this lifetime or inherited be found open and healed by filling you with love, light, life, and truth. We also ask that the full effects of this healing be increased to the highest level for your greatest good at this time, but still be gentle, easy, and pleasant. Taking your left hand and tapping over your heart chakra, right hand tapping over your third eye, opening these chakras up, and then pulling your hands back just a couple inches, pointing at these two areas. And I want you to focus on this forgiveness. And whatever it is that you need to let go of. And just zero in on that thing. Once you let go of this thing, once you forgive it, things open up. Your business opens up to more of a win state, and you're able to move forward. Tapping both hands over your heart chakra, and then pulling your hands back, hovering them over your heart. Releasing any shame, any fears, any negative emotions that you felt around your business. We're asking those to come forward and clear. I'm seeing a 17 generation back father side memory around shame. So for whoever that is in this live or listening to the recording, clearing that out for the collective and any resonating frequencies. And allowing yourself to settle into that state of ease and flow. Tapping into your throat chakra, gently tapping the left hand in the throat, right hand on the root chakra right above your pubic bone, and then pulling your hands back, covering them over those two areas. And I want you to visualize yourself taking action steps in your business, feeling good about yourself. I want to visualize yourself, this future version of you in the future, excited, happy, in flow, doing those things in your business that feel good and that are creating the results that you want. How do you look feeling that way? How do you look? Do you have a smile on your face? Do you see that smile? Do you feel incredibly happy? How does it feel to have the dings going on your phone because people are purchasing your program and you're getting the dings from your bank account? How does that feel? This future version of you is feeling all of that. All because you've taken the action steps needed to move forward. Tapping both hands over the stomach, the solar plexus, just right over the tummy area, and then pulling your hands back, hovering them over that area. Feeling your body, mind, and spirit expand as you see that future version of yourself doing all those things and feeling the energy and feeling amazing, doing those inspired, guided action steps that are so totally needed to create a successful business that creates more income, that's scalable, and that's sustainable. You feel secure. You feel safe. You feel excited. The ideas, the downloads are pouring down, just showering you with all these ideas for future work. The connections that you're making are amazing. How does that feel? You've been invited on more podcasts. You're getting more PR. You've been invited to be in a magazine. How does that feel? How does that future version of you look? Tapping both hands over the sacral chakra right below the belly button, tap, 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 and then pulling your hands back, hovering them over that area. You are feeling so good about being in this position in your business and life, feeling relaxed, feeling like this is fun. How incredibly fun this is, how incredibly successful you are. And just stepping into that emotion, that feeling of that future version of you. Vibrant, healthy, whole, excited, passionate. Tapping both hands over your crown chakra and then pulling your hands up over that area. Taking nice, easy, deep breaths, allowing light to come down from the top of your crown all the way through your body, filling every cell of your body, every organ, every gland, every dark corner, every molecule. This beautiful healing light is clearing out any remnants of any negative beliefs and blocks that are keeping you from moving forward in your business, taking those inspired action steps so that you can move forward freely in a place in love and light and truth, having fun and excited. Every cell is vibrating with beautiful energy, bouncing off, every cell's bouncing off each other, visualizing them healthy and whole. That light, that beautiful energy radiates out, extending past your body, all the way around you, attracting all the opportunities for you today. So much potential. Taking one hand or the other over your heart, and let's use little circular motions, allowing all these energy centers to process and integrate with each other. Crossing both hands over your chest and give yourself a nice big squeeze. And give gratitude and thanks for this healing and magnifying it and sharing it with anyone else listening to this recording. Doesn't that feel good? It just sets the whole groundwork for this whole week, for the future. When you visualize your future self and you see her just vibrant, full of energy and alive, loving what she's doing, doesn't it make you feel good? Doesn't it make you want to just dive in and do more of this beautiful work? And you have so many gifts to offer the world. And that's what I want for you. I want to see you out there. I want to see you just spreading your light. All right? All right, guys, if you have any questions or if you have any future topics that you want to talk about and that you want to receive, every Monday I'll be on at 10 o'clock. And make sure you're in the Shining Mentor Successful Entrepreneurs group because that is where all the magic happens. We are going to dive deeper into your success blocks every week so that you can start seeing that success and stop being stuck in that 20 to 25K limit in your business. I know how that feels. I was there for a long time. you can start to expand, and 6 figures is not that far away. It's not that much harder to jump from making 20K to 6 figures and beyond, okay? All right, guys, you have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a great rest of the week. Bye.